I know. I saw where, man, your dad. You talked about him leaving, so it was you and your mom, and that village, man, that community that helped you.
Hmm.
What made you? What were some of the circumstances that led you to go to the military at 20? And I asked that because I was the same way.
Uh-huh.
A lot of us, man. I moved around a lot as well, and a lot of us, that military offered stability, it offered security, and it offered a way for us to be independent and really give back to our mothers, to our families who had gave so much. What were the circumstances, that brought you to leave home and go into the military? Like, how did that happen, big
That's
brother?
yeah, that's an interesting story. Like when I was 18, I had already in high school kind of made the decision that I needed a plan B. So in high school, I was in ROTC just as a backup plan if I wanted to, go if college didn't work out and I wanted to join the military. So I already had it as a plan B, and as a senior, I had intentions on joining the Marines, but my family had a big intervention. My grandmother, both grandmothers, my mom, my dad, they all kind of huddled around to stop me from making that transition into the Marines.
Mm,
I was rebellious against that decision because I didn't understand, why would they, try to stop that decision. I don't think they it's something my mom wanted me to do. I have an uncle that was in the Marines, and he did 2 tours in Vietnam, and he was kind of out there, man. But definitely a strong male role model for our family as well. Uh, he had some circumstances that kind of paralyzed him, a motorcycle accident. But he was a wild dude, Fahim, man. He was definitely a protector of all the women in my family, but a strong dude. But he was a little crazy too, and my mom may have thought it came from the Marines, so she kind of helped step in and guide me away from the Marines when I was trying to make that transition
yes,
over
sir.
to the yeah. But 2 years later, just trying to pay for college and working 2 jobs, I just I prayed for direction. I used to Fahim, I used to pray in a UPS truck, loading a UPS truck. I would pray in
Wow.
that truck like a lot and just ask God for direction. Whenever it was slow, because when it's hot, it's no AC in that
And
in
that
that truck.
van,
Yeah,
right?
in that 18-wheeler, that trailer. And when it's really cold, it's no heat. So that's some time to reflect if you really want to be spending the rest of your adult life, loading trucks or whatnot, or do you want to, try to get out there and do something else or see what's out there? And I prayed for direction for a good 6 months. I would pray consistently, and that's what led me to the Coast Guard. A high school buddy of mine had the actual master plan of us going through and joining the buddy plan, but at the last minute, he backed out, and I went on with it, and we're both still cool today. He's doing good, and I'm doing good. We just took two separate paths.
That is awesome, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like your uncle was like Witherspoon, John Witherspoon. That's what I always think of. I always think of
Yeah.
John Witherspoon character when I think of my relatives that went to the war and then came back a little, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Not to say that he was, but I remember the episode. Remember he came over to Martin's that Thanksgiving. He was like Martin. He was crazy. So
Yeah. Yeah. We got stories. My uncle Julius, man, he was hard on my older brother. For some reason, he used to cut me. He used to give me a break. But my little brother and my older brother, boy, you
it,
know,
yeah, he was probably, and it was probably, you know what, Askia, if you were the way you were now, people recognize it, man. It don't take a
uh-huh,
whole day to recognize sunshine, like
yeah,
common say, and that's not to say that your brothers didn't have that light because they did, but
mm,
everybody's different, everybody's personality is different. So he probably was like, this one is humble, but these two, they might need, they might need to get the rab. Is that what it was, Askia, man?
and I don't know what he saw, man, but he used to jack my brothers up, man. Tighten them up is what they call it.
Right.
Yeah,
Sometimes we need that, man. Sometimes we
yeah, that's
need it.
true.
We need it, man.